I've always been in like a salaried 9 to 5 job. Like I've never done freelancing. And the prospect of freelancing has always scared me because I quite like the security of a regular paycheck. I'm curious to know if you've tried like a salaried position or a full-time position, and compared to freelancing, what do you think are the pros and cons? I'm guessing you prefer freelancing because that's what you're doing right now. I'd love to get your thoughts behind like comparing those two, especially if you've done like a full-time role before.
Before I started freelancing 2 years ago, I was also in a 9 to 5 job as full-time developer, and that for more than 10 years in the same team. So
Wow. Okay.
that's not quite common these days, I think. And the benefit of being a freelancer is that you can see different teams on different projects and different technologies so that you can learn something new every day, I think. It's also with regular salary jobs, but there you have mostly always the same project and you build on top of that new features or fix bugs and maintain your project. But the cool thing about being a freelancer is that you can go from project to project and see different things. And that was one of the main reasons I switched my role.
I think the maximum learning you do is when you start working on a new project, right? Like the first month or so is where your learning peaks, and then after that, you do tend to learn, but not so much. So it kind of gradually the curve gradually flattens. How about like what do you think are the drawbacks? Because for me, honestly, the I quite like the security of having like a regular job. And the thing that worries me with freelancing is like, okay, I have to keep finding the next gig. And this is true for
Mm.
contract work as well. It's like I have to find the next gig and I don't know where it's gonna come. And there might be portions of time where I'm just searching and I don't have anything to work on. Do you feel that, or is it not a concern for you?
Yeah, finding the next project to work on is, I think it's the biggest challenge being a freelancer. But the beauty on the Java ecosystem is that there are so many Java projects there that looking for Java developers, so running out of projects is not so risky in this case. But I'm especially looking into projects that do not build the next new big thing, but maintaining legacy projects, which is quite a bit harder to find projects for.
Right.
But yeah, that's
There should be a lot of
biggest
those though,
challenge.
right? Yeah, legacy projects
Yeah.
are probably more in number than building the next big thing.
Mm.
So, especially when you say you're somebody who can clean up a lot of old stuff, people would probably welcome you because that's
Mm.
that's like a hard thing to do anyway,
And
right?
most of the time I work in projects, I do not add so much code, but I delete very much code.
Yeah, yeah. Removal of
I
code is
think
underrated. It's yeah.
I think the most productive days are those where I delete 1,000 lines of Java code.